بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. When we say that Islam is a complete code of life, a complete system that defines every part, every phase of life, then definitely there must be a guidebook from where mankind may learn and implement the codes that have been revealed from above the heavens. And that guidebook is known as the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran is actually the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of all the universe. It is obvious that the one who creates knows what is beneficial for his creation and what is not. Therefore, the Holy Quran contains all the commands that guides the mankind towards a better life, towards a better end, and towards a better start. There may be some commands in there which the mankind may not like, which may appear difficult for them to follow. Yet those commandments prove to be of benefit even though they are difficult on oneself. When such a valuable book is given in the hands of man, it is also necessary to take care of the etiquettes about it. After all, when someone gains a valuable possession in his life, he prefers to protect it, maintain it, and cherish it. There is nothing more valuable in this world than the guide of the life, than the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How honorable is it to know that whatsoever your Lord wanted to speak to you, He has sent down a letter right into your hands. Just imagine if you love someone dearly and that person sends you a loving card, a letter describing all the precautions and safety rules, a letter that is full of love and care. How will you respond to it? Definitely by keeping it close to your bosom, by keeping it safe, by reading and rereading it to feel the love and care deep inside your heart and soul. So this holy book, my brothers and sisters, is a letter full of love and care for you from your Lord. It is a book that personally addresses you, that discusses with you the ups and downs of your life, of your society, of your political issues, and whatnot. Therefore, there are some etiquettes as well to handle this valuable possession bestowed upon us. First and foremost is to comprehend its value, its honor by heart. Before touching this valuable and honorable book, one should clean himself from all impurities by means of ablution or ghusl, applying fragrance, do miswak before you start to recite. When a person is in a good state, a refreshing state, a desirable state, the knowledge that he seeks also becomes pure and touches the heart. It is recommendable to face the Qibla and to sit on both legs folded beneath you when reciting the Holy Quran. Why? Because this was the way the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ acquired when they intended to learn religion from the Messenger ﷺ. Now that the Messenger is not amongst us, but he has left behind a complete guidebook, we should still adopt the ways of the companions so that we may benefit and learn from the source that we have as they did. As the Holy Quran is the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and it guides mankind towards the right path, it definitely then have enemies who want to obliterate its meanings and purpose. And that enemy is Satan. Satan cannot bear to see mankind being guided and being superior to him. Thus he vowed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he will misguide people and lead them astray. Therefore, it is required to recite A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim and Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before reciting. Both of them are prayers that are sent above. One helps in protecting from being led astray, and the other invokes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bestow His mercy on us so that we may understand easily what the Holy Quran wants from us. The Holy Quran should be recited in a beautiful voice and should be read slowly and steadily. Reading it like a locomotive train and in an undesirable voice is not considered a good habit. One should not only recite the Holy Quran but should also contemplate on the meanings and composition of the book. A Muslim should at least recite one chapter of the Holy Quran every day, and when contemplating on the meanings of the Holy Quran, you may reduce the amount of recitation to benefit from understanding the meanings and purpose of the verses. One should at least read and understand one third of the chapter every day. Every language has an accent, a proper pronunciation. Similarly, the Holy Quran being revealed in Arabic language also should be recited in the way the Arabs pronounce Arabic. While reciting the Holy Quran, one should keep in mind that whatever he is reading, it is actually addressing me, myself. If while reciting the Holy Quran, one comes across a word or sentence that he is unable to comprehend, he should note it down somewhere and ask or find its proper meaning and purpose of it. It is an honor for a Muslim to memorize the Holy Quran. So he should try his best to memorize the whole book or to memorize it as much as possible. As my dear brothers and sisters, it is the word of the Lord of the universe. One should be very humble and respectful when reading the Holy Quran. The most important etiquette of the Holy Quran is to perform all that has been commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to avoid all that has been prohibited by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not only learn the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself, but to spread the knowledge and wisdom of the Holy Quran as much as possible. One should not make it a source of earning. Rather, it should be an honor for one to teach the Holy Quran and expect the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if someone is in dire need and he does not have any other way to earn, then it is allowed to fix an amount that may fulfill the needs. Not only should one be punctual and regular in reciting the Holy Quran, but should also motivate others in the family to be punctual and regular. Every Muslim should have few important tafsir, that is comprehensive explanations in their house, so that everyone may be able to understand the Holy Quran whenever needed. Some of the basic easy tafsir are Ma'arif al-Quran, Tafsir Usmani, Tafsir Ibn Kathir, Safwat al-Tafasir. And one should also avoid turning the recitation into an entertainment source. This is highly indecent act. To recite the Holy Quran in a beautiful voice is other thing, while making it an entertainment to please oneself is other. The Holy Quran is for understanding the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not to be pleased or to please oneself as they please themselves by listening to the songs. It is not only recommendable but necessary for a Muslim to search for such a gathering where the Holy Quran is taught. One should attend such gatherings frequently and listen to it quietly, avoiding needless talks of the worldly life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help all of us to be respectful and understanding towards the Holy Quran, and may we implement all that has been commanded and protect us from all that has been prohibited in the Holy Quran. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi.